Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Gothic 1. Last time, we arrived to the old colony. This time, to the new colony. We're going to explore it some. But before that, we essentially beelined here. But on the way here, along this lake right there is plenty of opportunity to get some XP. And you know me. Actually, do I one-shot these guys? Let me check. No. In which case, let me wait a bit. There is a easy nearby way to get a increase in strength. So let's do that first. Although you are right on the street here. Give me your money. Whoops. Let's go. So, in the new colony, we can kind of just walk in because, yeah, these guys aren't as big of a dick as the old colony. They still are dicks, trust me. Just not as big as the other one. Before you do anything, here's my recommendation. Do not go up that path. One of the guys here will talk to you and force you into unpaid labor. And if you refuse, he's going to start attacking you. Yeah, this place is great, isn't it? Anyway, I recommend going around. In this case, I will first go around here to talk to one specific NPC. Horatio.
What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Of course not.
Hey, relax, I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony.
Respectable.
It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Oof. Now that's a sad story.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Fair enough.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Here's the thing. No matter what you say, it's not good enough. Even if you say...
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
Good question. I'll think about it.
There is an answer that does satisfy him. But in order to get that one, we're going to have to, well, do some different work, I guess. Here's another named guy, Rufus.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of him.
And that is why you don't want to go up that pathway.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
Well, that tells us surprisingly, well, much. It does tell you need to really watch out for that guy right there with the bow. Thankfully, the optimal way to do this for now, if you ask me, is to just go around. Wow, I really launched myself there and go like this. Out of sight, out of, well, not my problem, I guess. How much stats do I have? 11. Okay, there is one thing I want to learn here. That's...
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
Huh.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up.
Oh, one
Watch your
moment.
back.
Sorry about that. Let's keep going. That was some interesting information. Tells us a lot about the camp that's, well, different from the new one. From the old camp. You can also go up here and go on the gates, but it really doesn't matter. Next up, I want to talk to this guy, Homer, and his Odyssey.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
Okay, we will be doing that because it's free XP, but we're going to wait on that for a bit. The creature's actually kind of tough. There's also this building. I'll get back to that. Oh, just one moment. Sorry about that again. Let's keep going. There's a few things I want to do in the new camp. In particular, first and foremost, I want to talk to this guy, which is one of the swamp guys, Val Kagan.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood, but these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swamp weed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Bala Sidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more, which means I can sell more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Bala Sidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Kor Kalam.
Well, that's something. I guess we're helping drug trade. Drug trade.
What's
Sure.
in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Kor Kalam and Baal Tyon. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Not bad, not bad. Sure, let's do
Okay,
it.
give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you, or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure.
Alright, let's also see his
Show me your
goods. He only has more swamp weed, so it doesn't really matter. But for his quest, just talk to all these guys called Rogue and be like, want some swamp
You want
weed?
some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
They even pay you for it, which is quite nice. So just go around and give it to everyone. Don't worry about it too much. I'm just going to be doing it, well, while making the rounds. And there's these two
Now,
guys.
where are you going?
Where can I go?
To Laris.
I want to see Laris.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
Yeah, he won't talk to you. These rogues sadly do not want weed, so I can't give them weed. There's Shaki.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
I need a few things.
He's the local shopkeeper here. He doesn't really have good weapons, but he has more cash we can, well, trade in for some crude swords. Thank you very much. There's also a lower pathway here, but I'll go over that as well. Then there's two more rogues here, I believe. Yep, let's just sell them more weed. What have I become? Listen, the drug trade is quite lucrative. Of course I'm going to partake in it. So, next up are these two. More rogues. I mean, they look almost identical. Pretty obvious that they're, well, rogue NPCs. So, keep on giving it out. Then there's this guy,
You don't
Buster.
look very agile. I could help you. I can show you how to control your body. It's the art of acrobatics.
Now, we really want that. So yes, please.
As soon as you've gained control of your body, you'll be able to jump much further. You'll learn how to roll off and what's the best way to land when falling. But don't forget, you're not immortal. Acrobatics can also be very useful during battle. You'll be able to change the distance between you and your foe very quickly. Good luck!
Yep. Acrobatics is an awesome skill we just learned, which is one of the main reasons I want to get here, because I believe he's
You
the
look
only
like you
guy
could do
that
with
teaches it. I'm going to show off just why it's good in a moment here. But first, let's keep going around and giving out the weed. Now I believe we have come to the end of this path. Yep, we'd have to go jump down. Well, one of the good things about acrobatics is that as long as you have it, you take way less falling damage, which is really nice. There's also Blade over here, but I don't think he actually does anything, even though he's a named NPC. Maybe he's related to a quest. I'm not quite sure. Well, anyway, let's just keep giving wheat to everyone.
I have some.
Here's...
Hey, a new face.
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
another guy, which I want to talk to.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here. And none of Laris's gang should be here, on this side of the big hall. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask. And you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
Okay.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary. See you later.
So, another quest we just got. This guy is Sharky. We want his house. We're going to be beating the shit out of him.
How are things?
Get lost!
Hello. Ah, okay, that's an issue. We want to beat the shit out of him, like I was just doing, but sadly he got the upper hand here. We can beat him, the issue is he backed off into the hut and I couldn't, well, combo him anymore. So let's try this again.
Put the weapon.
There we go. Now I pick up all his gear as well, because why wouldn't I? And we wait. These guys are like, there's a fight! I could murder him, but that's going to get me into big trouble, so I'm not going to even try. Wake up.
You won't
Now
have
we
much
talk
time
to him.
Sorry for it.
Hello?
You looking for?
Get lost.
Get lost.
I'll talk to you.
And now that's our house.
Hey, you! Buzz off! Get out of here! Lucky for you.
What?
But
I
I
said-
enjoyed polishing your mug.
He's supposed to leave. Well, he might... Alright, well, he's leaving right now. I don't remember. Do I have to talk to Gorn about this? I don't remember having to, but let me check.
Shrike has moved to another hut.
Good. Torloff just told me that he wanted to have a word with the guy.
Nice. 350 XP. Exactly what I wanted. That's our, what's it called? Acrobatics working. So now that this hut is free, let's go take a nap. Could use some HP recovering. And that's exactly what I'm getting. There's also the chest here, but I believe it's empty. Yeah, it's another one of those, well, you can take this as your own house places if you want to. But there's no maximum inventory, so no reason to ever leave something. So let's do the lower ring of this place, as well as the upper part here. So the interesting thing about, well, this new camp is that you can actually talk to leader without having to do anything. Oh,
Do you want some?
Get me some.
oh, we ran out of swampweed. Excellent. We used it all up. There's Torloff here you can talk to as well.
Who are you?
I'm Torloff. I was involved in a mutiny as mate of a royal warship. It wasn't such a good idea. The greater part of the crew was on the captain's side. That's how I came to be here.
I'd like to join you.
Lee won't take you on until you get real good. And until then, you better stay on good terms with You want some advice, boy? Steal something important from the old camp. Or the old mine. As soon as the boys notice that you're against Gomez, you won't have any more trouble here.
And how do I do that?
You need to win their trust, and then...
Yep, so if you want to join this camp, you have to do the, well, mine quest. To go grab the mine charter or whatever. And then you have to bring it here instead of there.
Do you know where you're heading?
Where?
You're heading straight for Lee, our leader.
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old camp, and Lee isn't Gomez. He doesn't need an army of henchmen to hide behind. He can defend himself. We are only here in case he needs us.
Yep, unlike the old camp, you can just go straight up and talk to Lee. I mean, you don't have to a lot you can talk about, but
You're
hey.
the boss of the mercenaries, aren't you?
That's right, boy.
Which task do the mage's mercenaries have?
Very simple. Protect the ore, protect the mages. Sometimes the mages have a special task for one of us.
I'd like to join you.
You have a nerve. Do you honestly think I'll just take anybody who walks in here? You can only become one of us after you've spent a certain time.
Yep, so that's not happening. Not that I really want to. And there's this guy who just, well, Auric, who's named and just has a shit ton of generic text. Oh well. So, let's also show off the lower path of this camp. That is, well, the lower path we didn't go to last time. Kind of went the upper path. I'll start from this side. So, well, the upper path is up there. First you have this guy, Wolf.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that. I offer good value for good ore.
This guy also has wares.
I'll buy...
And as you can see, they're fairly interesting. But what I'm most interested in is these nuggets and the Bloodflies book. Why? That book teaches you how to, what's it called? Get stings from Bloodflies. And it's really nice. Let's see about, yeah, let's overpay by 3. Who cares? You can also learn how to handle a bow from him or how to do skinning. But I don't particularly care. So let's go to our books or writing and read it. I won't bother reading it actually, but we now have the skill, which is exactly what we wanted. Over here there's also some other guys, like these rogues and Butch. But Butch is kind of an asshole, so don't talk to him. There's also Wedge here.
Shh. Hey, you.
Who? Me?
Exactly. Come over here.
What do you want?
You've just arrived, haven't you? I noticed it straight away. There are a lot of things you need to know. I can teach you a few things. Besides, you have to watch who you talk to. Butch, for example. That's the guy over there, next to the campfire. Be aware of him.
What's the matter with Butch?
He has the mean habit of beating up the new ones. So you better avoid meeting him.
What can you teach me?
It depends. What do you want to know?
But this guy can also teach you sneaking, opening locks, and pickpocketing. I'm not interested though. And that's the camp. With the exception of one last thing. Down here, you can go here and see the giant ore mound below the camp. But more importantly, there is this guy, Kronos.
Greetings, magician.
May the blessing of Adanos be with you. I can help you to increase your magic powers or give you some useful items. What can I do for you?
Yep, this guy will, Well, give you some magic-related things. In this case, I just want to trade. And, well, he has a lot of various books, but more importantly, rings. Like increase of 5 strength, which I really want. There's ways to get this ring for free later, but we're rich, so it doesn't matter. Also, having a double isn't bad. I'm also going to buy some of these light scrolls, because they're useful. And I suppose a healing one. And of course, as always, we pay him in swords.
I want to acquire magic writings.
I did not mean to do that. So, that would be all. Let's now just go back to this guy. Alright, this is what acrobatics does. We can now jump super far. Look at this. Whee! That's the optimum way of travel now. Not you. Kagan.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
In this case, help me join the Brotherhood.
Tell me to join the Brotherhood.
Your request is modest. I'll help you, so listen to me. Baal Tyon is one of the lower gurus, just like myself. Barion has made him one of his advisors. That has not done him any good. He now thinks he's so important that he'll talk to nobody but his disciples. If you give him this here, it'll loosen his tongue.
So, we got a special swamp weed for that guy. And that will help us join the swamp camp. Or in other words, free XP for finishing the quest. Now, before we finish the episode, I figure I'll do one last thing. See this building? Oh, I cannot go from here. Well, you're supposed to go over the bridge, but oh well. Let's go in it. But before that...
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
Oh, really?
How about some ores and admission fee?
How much ore exactly is some?
Well, how about 50?
What do you say to 50 ore?
That's about half of what I'd call some ore.
Fine, I'll give you 100.
How much?
100 ore nuggets should be enough.
Truly spoken. You can get in.
You can save this for later if you want to. If you don't have money, I have a ton, so I'm going to. In this case, I'm interested in 2 things. There's Cypher here. Well, 3 things really. Nope, wasn't him. Was it? It's one of 3 people here. Just gotta figure out which one exactly.
You're from the free mine, right?
Right. How'd you find that out?
Yep, not him either. Then it's this guy in the back.
What are you doing?
I'm making rice schnapps, boy. Here, have a bottle. But don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good
Whoops, said the same thing again.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. The only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
Oh, I see. Well, that's the way you get Horatio here. You tell him you're going to beat the shit out of the Rice Lord. Which we are now going to do. But before that, remember that Baal who was not doing his job?
You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I need to get rid of a whole pile of weed.
You're here to sell goods from the sect camp?
Yes, but I just can't be bothered.
Rely on somebody and you're in trouble. That's how
I'll tell you something, you have a problem. Bal Kagan will make sure you'll be replaced.
What? The sleeper have mercy on me. I need to get rid of this stuff.
That wasn't very clever.
Well,
I could sell the weed for you for consideration, of course.
Forget it. I'm not as drunk as all that. You just go running away with it.
you're not drunk enough, you say?
Here you go. Have another drink on me.
Thanks, man. I'll drink to your health.
Keep it to yourself.
How about now?
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
Oh, man. I need to get rid of this stuff. You wouldn't try to make me look like a fool, would you?
I give you my word.
Good. Here's this stuff. You should get at least 400 ore for it. That would be 200 for each of us. I'll be waiting here. Come back as soon as you have the ore.
Do you know who'll take bigger amounts here?
If I knew that, I would have gone myself. I feel much better now that I'm rid of this stuff.
Well, personally, you can go around and sell it 10 each as normal. So I'm just going to give him
I sold
200.
the weed.
And my 200 ore?
Here it is.
Good. Now I don't give a damn about Bal Kagan anymore.
Again, free 500 XP.
It was a good idea to do business with you.
And now we can just go show me your
Show me
wares.
what you
Here.
Take the 200 we just gave him. And the sweet we just got from him. Sell it back to him. We even have a profit. So yeah, more free money and experience. What more would you like? Before we finish the episode, well, we're mostly finished with the new camp, but I do want to do one more thing. The main thing I'd consider here, or the most important thing. Horatio is a very unique quest, as in, he's the only NPC I know of in this game that gives you a permanent increase in stats. He will give you a +5 strength increase. Here's the issue with that. If you're at maximum strength already, that's going to go to waste. As a matter of fact, he can lower your maximum strength if you're at maximum and you then have some magical equipment on you that increases your strength. Because he will then just set your strength to 100, which is an issue. And I cannot catch onto this. Wow. I suddenly cannot freaking climb this. There we go. Hup. And now let's go talk to Horatio again.
I've been thinking the whole thing over.
And? Have you thought of anything better?
Yes, I want to be able to take on the Rice Lord and his thugs.
Ah, you wouldn't be the first to try.
I will defeat the Rice Lord and his thugs, if you help me.
Good. I've sworn I'll never attack anyone again, but I never said I wouldn't teach anyone else to do it.
I'm all ears.
If you want to hit powerfully, you need to know the right tactics. That's the first thing you learn as a smith. Learn to push your whole arm through, from the shoulder down to the wrist. The better you get at that, the more powerful the blow. You'll get the hang of it pretty quick.
Thanks for your help.
Use your knowledge for a just cause, and for nothing else.
Excellent. Now we gain 5 more permanent strength, which means we can now one-shot all those, well, blood flies. Of course, we also have this ring we bought for even more strength. And we'll be now beating up some, well, guards. But I think I'll do that next time. See you all then.